Listen up or run for cover. Dropping knowledge from the people who have it to the people who need it. The real Brad Lee is dropping
what it is. Brad Lee back again with another episode of Dropping Bombs. Today in the studio, folks, I got a real treat for you. Colin Yurcisin. Is that Yurcisin?
Yurcisin, yeah.
Colin Yurcisin.
Yes, sir.
All the way in from Miami.
Yes, sir.
Now, dude, this guy's got a story. If you guys don't know who he is, you need to look him up. At
Colin Yurcisin.
Yeah, and you better spell that for him.
So COLIN, 1L, and then YURCISIN.
Now, this thing's bouncing for some reason. Someone's messing with my doohickey. but I'm going to just hold. Now, if you guys don't know who this dude is, dude's out there fucking running around the country, making all kinds of dough off a laptop. He's got a hot chick, all these hot different places, living the life everybody wants to live, and some bitch is freaking, coming back from what? An ass whooping and a broke bank account.
Yeah.
What's your story? I saw a picture where you're that picture you have where you got a busted up eye.
Yeah.
Put that up on the screen if you would. It's on the screen. You just don't see it.
Yeah. So, that was one of the lowest points in my life. But yeah, right now what I'm doing is amazing, but yeah, if we want to go back in time, the amount of shit I had to go through to get to where I'm at now is just such a journey. And like in that picture, I was home for the summer in college, and we went to like a, high school summer party with all your friends. Everyone's all excited. And, nothing ever bad happened to me up until this point. And this started all of the bad stuff. And so I go to this party. We weren't really, invited like per se. It was just everyone went to this big house. So we go there, and there was this kid who was super drunk, and we don't know if he was on like drugs or something, but he tried attacking my one like 300-pound buddy who's like 6'4", and he kind of like just shoved him off. He's like, dude, what are you doing? And this is what I've heard because I was outside on the deck with my face turned, like talking to this girl outside, and he just runs out the back and just starts pile driving the first person he saw, which was me. So he picked me up by my shirt. People said like,
who? The big dude?
The dude. No, the dude who was like fucked up and just started attacking people. So he came up to me after he tried beating up my one friend, and he was like, dude, get off of me. So he ran outside and just grabbed the first person he saw, which was me. I got picked up by my shirt, ripped, just started pile driving my face. And I just like woke up on the ground, and there's
Were you talking to his girl?
No, I wasn't talking to his girl.
What was happening?
I was actually talking to my ex-girlfriend from high school.
See, everybody knows you never talk to your exes. That's the type of shit.
Yeah, right? And it wasn't even his ex, but whatever. So I just got randomly attacked, and like, I had to go to the hospital. This was midsummer, seeing all my friends, super excited to be home. And, it was just super low to be in the hospital right after me and my girlfriend broke up, so I was already experiencing my first breakup, which, I had a girlfriend for about a year. So I was pretty beat from that, then getting almost killed and just being in the hospital for like 2 weeks, not seeing my friends, super depressed.
That dude put you in the hospital for 2 weeks?
It was about a week, and then I had the surgery, and they had to find the right surgeon and stuff.
Well, let's talk about the beating for a minute.
Yeah.
Because the picture, I don't know if we can put that up again, but that picture looks like, someone popped you pretty good. What did he do? Just keep pile driving your face?
That's what I heard. It was like...
First hit, were you out?
I was, out. I don't remember shit besides waking up on the floor, and someone gave me an ice pack and was like, yo, you're going to need to keep this on your face for a long time.
Did any of your buddies like stop him?
Yeah. So one of the kids actually beat him up, eventually came out back, and there was a whole circle. Everyone was like, what's going on? He grabbed him and started punching him, and then they threw him in the back of a truck and like drove him to his house or something.
Do you know who the dude is?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I'm not going to say it, but.
Damn.
Yeah.
Alcohol's a bitch, isn't it?
Yeah, crazy, but you
guys still friends or no?
No, not really. We haven't talked since because there's obviously like a lawsuit that came out of this.
Was it a small town?
Very small town, so everyone knew about it.
And how old were you?
I was just came out of freshman year, about to go back into sophomore year, so I think I was like 19.
And you're
20.
like, and you're like What the fuck?
Yeah, so I got fucked up, and then this is where everything started spiraling out of control. So I'm in the hospital, and I'm supposed to go on Accutane. I got really bad acne. I think it was from stress, whatever. And, you know, I have to go on Accutane, which is the medicine that, you know, cures the acne. And now because I'm in the hospital, my bones are all broken. They're like, you can't do that because your bones won't reconstruct properly. So I'm like, fuck. So I can't do that anymore. So I guess, you know, I'm just going to have acne. So I go back to college and I get nominated as like my pledge master for my fraternity. So I'm like, just like, fuck everyone. Like I just got beat up. Like I start, you know, drinking heavily. I'm like, you know, fucking on all these pledges and just being a dick, like totally just not being myself at all. And then my acne gets like out of control, like the worst it's ever been in my life. Like I was looking in the mirror, like didn't even know who I was, and got super depressed, got kicked off my pledge board because I was just being a nut. You know, life just started spiraling out of control again. And that is when, you know, this is a story within that story. I go to Cabo spring break and I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, I need to get on this Accutane. I can't even look at myself anymore. She's like, all right, well then take the pill. So I came home from winter break. I start taking the acne medicine and I go back to school, and I'll never forget. I had to live above in a bunk bed this semester. Like, and this kid had a girlfriend, and they're like hooking up every night. I'm on my acne medicine up on the top bunk, just miserable. And
Why?
Because like I went from, you know, being like a fun kid to like, you know, being a pledge master, whatever, to now, you know, on Accutane, having horrible.
Does it make you feel bad or something?
Oh my God. Yeah. Like, you know, depression, you know, you look horrible. You got crackling skin and all this shit. So it was really bad. And,
laying above them?
Laying above, up in that bed and just hitting this low point, just like, you know, they're having sex down there and
Dude,
stuff.
it sounds like that's their low point. Like, who the fuck would be wanting to fuck underneath a dude that's got fucking crackling skin above? Why wouldn't they tell you to leave?
Dude, you know how college is.
And if I was you, I'd have just hung my head down and watched.
No one
made cheek noises.
Yeah. I mean, in college, no one gives a shit, especially living in a frat house. But, so anyway, like I had to go through all of that, and I still like the thing that kept happening was I was like getting hit with all of these warning signs saying like, dude, stop. Like the universe telling me like, you got to turn your life around. And I just keep ignoring it and keep going down the wrong path. And so an example of this is like spring break came up. So it was like, okay, Cabo, spring break, like, yeah, I'm gonna save all this money and I'm gonna go, even though I'm on my Accutane. I know I shouldn't be going. So I save up all the money. I go on the plane there. I start drinking heavily, and I hadn't drank at all on the Accutane, but I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna do it anyway. Start drinking like crazy. We get to Cabo, and I see my friend in the line from another school. So I cut the line with like my entire college plane behind me, and they all follow me. So within like a minute, I'm picked up by like the police like in the airport, and they take us to an interrogation room for cutting the line.
Federales?
Yeah. And they send me right back on the plane home back to Arizona. And I knew on that plane home that I was like, this literally fucking happened because I know I shouldn't be here, and I would have died if I got into Cabo. Like I just got sent home. Thank God. I was like crying because I was so happy that I knew that I was supposed to be going home on that plane. So like all these little signs kept putting me back onto my path that I should have been on in the very beginning, which was a creator, an entrepreneur. You know, I got pulled down the wrong path just because I got influenced by what, you know, other people, I really cared what other people thought of me in the very beginning. You know, when I first was a little kid, I started YouTube in like 2009. My dad loves sports, and like he made me play sports. So then it took away from my YouTube. Then I had like kids delete my YouTube channel when I was younger. So that took me off my path again. And then, you know, now I'm saying, I was just like, fuck it. I can't do YouTube anymore. So now I'll just do sports. I don't like sports. And then went to college, obviously started just being not myself again. And things just kept getting.
It's not your self code for partying.
Yeah, I mean, I was partying a ton, like a ton.
Drinking,
drugs.
What kind of drugs?
Selling, I mean, everything.
Like
literally.
what?
Coke, Molly, LSD, you know, literally everything. I've tried like everything. So
You're done with all that?
Done. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm just joking. Just for the listeners. Just joking.
Yeah. So,
but it was fun when you tried it.
Yeah, of course. I feel like, I wouldn't be who I am today if I didn't experiment and try all that stuff.
That's right. If you had kids, would you tell them to take acid?
No, fuck no. I mean, I wouldn't tell them to do anything, but like, you got to go on your own and, try things out. I think that's just how you learn. Like, I wouldn't be in the position I'm at today if I didn't go down all the wrong paths and constantly learn from it.
You just assume that.
Yeah, of course. That's all you can do.
You could be 10 times farther ahead if you didn't.
could if I never if I just stuck with YouTube.
You're trying to look positive on shit.
Absolutely.
You're rationalizing.
You got to flip the negatives into positives. So,
or what?
Or else you didn't learn anything out of it. I don't know.
That's right. There's a bomb. That's true. Yeah, you have to. Most people don't do that, dude. They'll blame their past rather than fucking flip it and turn it into a positive.
The universe makes things happen for you, not to you. And until you realize that, then you're going to keep going down the wrong paths and thinking everything like, blaming everything on whatever. You're just playing the victim game. So anyway, like as this all progresses, I get out of college and well,
hold on before you go there. Yeah. Your parents, are they middle class, upper middle class? What?
Yeah, I would say upper middle class.
So you got raised correctly?
So correctly.
You're from a loving family?
Yes. I truly believe my dad didn't raise me and my mom the way that they did with instilling, sports. You got to play sports. Didn't matter if I hated it, if I sucked. I didn't like sports. I wanted to go skateboard and film. And my dad was like, you're playing. I don't give a shit. He would turn off.
Play.
So I wrestled. I did baseball. I did football. I did lacrosse. He didn't care. Whatever I just had to finish. I had to start and I had to finish. And a lot of my friends, and acquaintances that quit, you look at those people now where they're at and they're not doing too good. Whereas me, I fucking hated wrestling. I hated cutting weight. But something about that darkness, going through the conditioning, doing, the rigorous every single day, the same schedule, that obviously has been instilled into me to where I'm at today. And like, as an entrepreneur, if you can keep that going by yourself, the things that you learned in team sports or in wrestling, waking up every morning, 6 a.m., doing the same thing, sticking to the diet, just all transitions into your life. So that for sure. I mean, my dad and my mom, just for doing that and raising me in the correct way, they stayed together too. They're like, 27 years or 30 years married. So that alone has definitely, instilled the right values in me.
Yeah, discipline is what I call it.
Oh, my God, yeah.
You got taught discipline.
Very, very much so.
But your family was like a beaver cleaver, everybody hugs and shit.
Yeah. So
That's good, though, because a lot of times those families, believe it or not, produce the broken people.
For sure.
And then the broken families produce the fucking winners.
Yep.
Isn't that weird?
It's crazy. Yeah.
And it's because when you're from a broken family, dude, you got to learn early.
Yeah.
And you got to realize that, if anything's going to change, you got to change it. Some people learn that lesson and some people don't. But from the good families, because I call them beaver cleaver families when, they're all, you tell your sister you love them and you hug your brothers and shit. And it's like not a normal family environment for me. Like for me, we all loved each other, but we didn't tell each other that.
Yeah.
Or did we get hugs and shit? Did you get hugs?
All the time.
Yeah. See, so you're from a beaver cleaver family.
Oh, yeah.
And you still fucking went berserk.
Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of what happens too, right? So like if you're just, lovey-dovey, the whole family vibes your whole life, your parents are super strict, you get out of that and you go fucking crazy. But as long as you have those values in the beginning, you'll find your way back to those values.
How far down did you go?
Yeah. So it got pretty bad. So basically I got into my business school in college. So I got a business degree. So the first job that came to me was like a ADP outside sales job. It was like $39K a year. And you get commissions or whatever.
I'm listening.
So I took that job right out of college and, it was like, okay, you know what? This is my excuse. Like I'll have time to figure out what I really want to do because I don't have to go to an office every day. I don't have to go to a 9 to 5. So I have some freedom, but that's like kind of what I just told myself to make myself feel better. I didn't want to work at that job. So that started and the partying kept continuing just like college did. I moved in with my friends that I lived in with my frat house. We all got, corporate jobs, and we lived in Scottsdale, Arizona, like 5 minutes from the clubs. So we're just going out every single weekend. We're still drinking on the weekdays, and everything kind of took a halt after. It was about a year of doing that, or probably like 6 months to a year of just like partying nonstop and working at this job I hated and really being confused on what I even wanted to do in life. And then one day I got drugged. I went to a bar in Scottsdale, never even really told anyone this besides like Noemi. And I went to a bar in Scottsdale, and someone drugged me, and I woke up the next day.
Was it a gay bar?
No, it wasn't a gay bar, but
why would they drug you?
There was a gay dude though. So
he was trying to get some.
Yeah. So I woke up in a fucking person's house, and I looked over next to me, and there was like a fat gay dude in the bed.
You fucking joking, dude?
I swear to God.
Dang.
Yeah.
He was trying to get Colin's colon.
So listen to this. So basically, I took an Uber with the guy who drugged me, and we drive back to like his house, and the Uber guy's listening to everything. And he called me in the morning because my payment didn't go through on the app. So he calls me and he's like, yo, dude, are you good from last night? And like, I just got home, and I have like, I'll tell you the story on what happened when I woke up, but he was like, dude, you hit your head outside the car. The guy was saying that there's 2 girls inside, and you were like, let's go. So like, there was girls. When I woke up in the bed, I had like no shirt on. My one shoe was on the ground, and I look over, and he's just sitting there. And he was like, and I just ran the fuck out. And there was 2 girls in the family room, barely saw their faces. I just booked it. I got an Uber, had one shoe on. I got home, and I just took a deep breath, and I looked in the mirror, and I was like, I got to fucking change my life. Like, this is not who I am. Like, if I keep going down this path, like, I'm going to die. Or like this is the final warning sign. Like what the fuck just happened? That should have never happened. I'm not gonna hold myself to that. I'm not gonna think that that's me. That's not my identity. Like, I'm out. So from that moment forward, that was when I hit rock bottom. And that rock bottom,
almost literally.
Yeah, straight up. And that was like when
How do you know he how do you know he didn't dick you or something?
I mean, I didn't feel like, you probably feel it. I think honestly, like I remember like little flashes of the night, and like, I think he was doing something down there. But I definitely don't think I got like raped, but well, yeah,
depends on how you define it.
Yeah, true. But anyway,
but
like
that's crazy, dude. I wouldn't even be joking if it happened to a girl. I'd be like, no shit. But like when it happens to a guy, like you don't fucking think it happens to dudes.
And for anyone out there listening, like, yeah, I'm sure there's people listening to the podcast that, maybe that's happened. So yeah, don't let that change, who you are, and just obviously take that as like something where, you got to change up your life if that does happen. I mean, not really. If you got drugged, fuck, that's fucked up. That's like, not.
Yeah, but you were in a position to be drugged.
100%. Like I was asking for it at that point, just blacking out, not knowing what I was doing. So that's when everything changed in my life. I was working at that job. I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, I'm done. I'm done fucking drinking. I'm done going out. I need to start putting positive things in my environment. The people I'm living with aren't positive. I'm going out every weekend. I'm drinking. I'm not doing anything impactful. So let me start getting around this somehow. What can I do? And I went on the internet, and the first thing I did was like type in like motivational videos on YouTube. Then I found Ed Mylett, Grant Cardone, Gary Vee. So then they became my figure of positivity and influence in my life. And I would download their podcasts, and every single day on my way to work, I was like a 40-minute commute. I would drive 40 minutes and listen to Gary Vee. And he's like, quit your fucking job. Like, he's all about that. I would get so fired up, and then I'd get to work, and I'd sit at my desk for like 5 hours, and I was like, fuck, like, I'm so pumped, but now I'm here, and like, I don't like this. Like, what do I do? So I was in that confusion state of just consuming for like 6 months, until finally it started spilling out of me. I was so positive all the time. I was hitting the gym early. I would start posting on my Instagram, like, pictures of me lifting in the morning. I would post what Grant Cardone was telling me about, real estate and passive income and stuff. And I was like, damn, like, personal branding, like I just saw it as an outlet for me. So I started to speak out a little bit. And obviously, you know, when you start doing that and your whole group, your inner circle isn't used to that stuff and everyone's posting pictures of them, you know, drinking or celebrating birthdays, whatever, they're like, dude, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like, dude, I don't care. Like, this is what I'm listening to. This is awesome. This is what I like. And, you know, you get shit from your friends or whatever. And then I just started going further down that path. And then I invested into social growth because I needed like a platform. I had 1,500 followers. No one would look at me, take me seriously. And I wanted to go fast. So I invested like, well, this part, this is another whole thing. So I took out a loan. I'm working at my job. So I take out a $20,000 loan because I'm 30 grand in debt right now on student loans. And I'm working at a job that's paying me $1,200 every 2 weeks. So I have no money. I'm paying my loans down. I got my car that I got to pay for every single month too. And you know, I want to invest. I want to do something. So I take out a loan because I have good credit, because I have a good job. And I get a $20,000 personal loan. And I reach out to these kids on Instagram who seem like they know what they're doing and everything. You know, they're doing investments. They're preaching about social media growth. You got to grow your account. So I go down there. I meet them in person in Scottsdale. And I invested like $10,000 of the dollars into this like automated Shopify store. And this was the thing at the time. I was with my buddy who I met at the place. His name is Paulie Long. Shout out, Paulie, if you're listening to this. And we met each other at this office where we both were doing this e-commerce investment. And, you know, I took out the loan. I got all the money in cash. And I just slapped down $10K on the table. There's like a little contract. I sign it. And I'm thinking these kids are going to change my life. And so then I invest the other like 5 or 6K into like social media growth. And I get my account to like 20,000 followers in like 2 days. And I go back, and me and this kid who just met in this office are talking like, yo, like we got to become entrepreneurs, blah, blah, blah. You just invested in Shopify too. This is going to be awesome. Let's keep in touch. So we go back, we're all fired up. My Instagram account starts growing. I have no idea what I'm going to use it for yet. Like I'm thinking I can maybe promote the Walmart or the Shopify store. Like 2-3 days later, we find out this kid scammed like 25 people, and he just goes blank, like just gone. Like, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So now I'm 50 grand in debt.
What was his name?
I'm not going to say it either. He deleted his Instagram account too. So I don't know. He's probably
See, why not put those people on blast? What if he's humping somebody else right now?
Yeah, he probably is, to be honest. But I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to call anyone out.
All right.
So anyway, now I'm 50 grand in debt. So I got scammed in my first ever business investment. Horrible. And I'm trying to become an entrepreneur, and life just slaps me in the face. Like, nah, like you're not getting it that easy. So I'm working at this job still. I'm talking to Paulie, the kid I met. We're both scammed now. So I'm like, dude, like we've gone too far. Like, I'm not going back. I'm not going home with mom and dad. Like, I told them everything that happened, like with my previous thing. I'm like, dude, this is it. Like, I gotta become a fucking entrepreneur. Like, I'm gonna do it somehow. And so he's like, dude, fuck it. I'm gonna drive down to your house. He's working at a gym for the past like 6 years. He's like 27 at the time. And he's like, dude, let's do this together. So I don't even think he's going to come. He drives his car across the country from Philadelphia to Arizona. And he knocks on my door the next day, and he's like, yo, let's do it. He's like, you need to quit your job. And I'm like, damn, like I was just trying to milk it until January, because I was like, that was my goal. Quit my job by January, and I'll just keep collecting the paychecks. Cause like I was not doing shit, and I'd still meet my quota. Cause I just got like a pretty good hookup from the last guy that worked there who recommended me. And I was like, fuck it, you're right. Like, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So I got to just quit so I can go all in on entrepreneurship. And that's what I did. I walked in, and they already started like seeing me on social media storying like all this stuff. Like, you know, Grant Cardone's doing this, like grow your account. You got to have, you know, social proof. And like my boss is like, what, like what's going on? Why is he talking about this? So they were already texting me like, yeah, like you got to stop. And I went in, I just threw my laptop down, and then I filmed the video of me like coming out. And I was just like, fuck you, 9 to 5. And I quit my job. And
are those videos still up?
Yeah, it's actually on the promo for Leverage Lifestyle. So everyone will see it. So I quit my job on August 22nd, 2019. So that was less than 2 years ago. And from that day on, me and Paul Lee Long had no idea what we were going to do yet. We just got scammed. And we came together every single morning outside my apartment, and we worked at this little office from 6 a.m. till like 7 p.m. when the office closed. Then we'd grab food, and then we'd go in the hotel across the street and just work till like 11 o'clock. And we started off selling social media growth. And then that kind of transitioned into credit because I got scammed. So my loan defaulted on my credit file. And that negative turned into the biggest positive ever, because if I didn't have that loan default, I would have never looked in the credit and discovered that like I can dispute things. I can take things off files. I already had my brand. So now I was like, okay, I have attention because people think I'm crazy. I just quit my job. Like people are making fun of me. Why don't I start using this attention and talking about something that really helped me in my life? So I started talking about, hey, you know, this is what your credit file is. This is a FICO score. This is how you dispute items. And I would just give out free 1-minute videos like every week, like at least a couple of them. These videos started getting shared like 100 times, and I had barely any real following back then. So I knew something was hitting with credit, and I just stayed consistent. I made like 10 grand my first month out of my job just selling social media growth because I was just busting my ass. So like I knew the money was coming in. I knew I had momentum, and I just wanted to find like my thing. We tried wholesale real estate. We knocked doors and tried, you know, flipping contracts of homes. Never got a deal. Tried that for like a month. We tried an ATM business that failed. I tried a clothing company that failed. We were just trying everything. And finally, I started doing the credit videos, and from the credit videos, I was just giving away. And you know, Gary Vee's book where it's like, what is it? It's like something hit, jab or whatever. Yeah. Give, jab. So I was like, I read
right hook.
Yeah. So I read that, and I was like, okay, I need to come out with like a product because I've just given the whole time. So Black Friday was approaching, 2019. And I was like, okay, I'm going to put all of my information in credit, all the secrets and stuff I've been talking about, and I'm going to put it on a private Instagram page called Credit Class. And I sat in a coffee shop and I just like typed in Credit Class, and the first thing that came up, it was available as a username. So I was like, damn, that sounds pretty good. So I hit that, sat there for 3 hours and put everything together in like stories and like posts, and I made it a private page. And then I documented all of the value on my stories, and I blurred out all of the secret stuff, like the sauce, the value. So everyone's like, damn, what is that? What is that? How do I fly for free? How do I get the top status? And I was like, on Black Friday, $250, one-time fee, and you got lifetime access to all my hacks and stuff. And I dropped that. And on that day, I had 26 people pay me $250. I made like over $6,000. And from that day on, I was like, this is it. Like I figured it out. So I just kept feeding the credit beast, you know, feeding Credit Class. I made a course. I flew out to my friend Daryl Drake in LA, literally was spending everything on a credit card because I barely had any money. I had so much debt that I had to pay off. And I just kept investing back into more information. So I learned something from this credit guy, came back, added that to my course. Then I learned something from a networking event I went to. I learned, e-commerce that started to come up. So I was like, damn, maybe I can get a lot of credit limits and then go into e-commerce because that's where the big money is. So then that transitioned into me getting like 7 credit cards, then, you know, moving that money into e-commerce. And from there, just, you know, over the past 2 years, everything's just kind of taken off.
When you were selling this growth, how valuable is that?
That was super valuable. I mean, I think it still is today.
Not even for people.
Yeah. I mean, it's everything. Like if you don't,
because I never do it. I get hit up 1,000 times with these contests and this. I get hit up every day 1,000 times in my DMs. Hey, you have great start, basically is what they're telling me. But dude, you should be way more popular. I can get you in this giveaway and that giveaway. And
I mean, everyone does it. Grant Cardone does it.
I don't.
Yeah.
That's probably why I only have 380.
Exactly. Ed Mylett.
They're real.
So are these though.
Bullshit, dude.
They're from different countries,
Grant
but they're
Cardone
real.
has like 4 million followers and fucking 18 fucking comments. Dude.
But does it matter?
Yes.
No.
It does to me.
He's still making the money.
Well, he ain't doing it from social media.
I think he is.
He is not.
No?
No.
What do you you don't think the social media following is helping him with all the credibility?
100% now, not way back then.
Yeah, no. But it's helped significantly since he, like when I followed him, he only had a couple 100,000 and now he's got what, 4 million or something?
If I get Grant on the phone right now and I said, remember when you bought all those followers? Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
Was it worth it? He will tell you no.
Okay.
He will tell you no.
I'm
telling you guys, if you're out there and you want to buy followers, the only reason you buy any is to get to that little swipe up capability.
Yeah.
Someone told me that one time because I said, don't buy them under any circumstances. You're better off with 2,000 real than anything, except for the swipe up. That is kind of an advantage.
And you need 10K for that.
Yeah. So I would recommend, like, if people were going to do a promotion or something, do it till you hit 10K, then just go organic. But then again, dude, like, I'm no expert. I just.
Yeah, but then again, if you're doing the same industry, if you're running ads and someone DMs you with 300,000 followers and they got a clean page, and then someone DMs you with 10,000, who are you going to DM back first? Probably the guy who has more.
Well, again, I get some people that says, "Hello, Brad." Just that's it.
Yeah.
And then I look, they got a blue check mark and like 1.9 million followers, and I'm like, "Who the fuck is that?" Boom! I hit their account and they're nobody.
Yeah.
And then I go boom, and I hit their post and it's low comments. I'm like, fucking fake.
Fuck them. Yeah.
Well, they're fake, dude.
Yeah.
I think your credibility is ruined when you buy followers.
Yeah.
Because why would you do that?
Just to get above, like you gotta have a stage to speak on. And
I know, but if I had 3 million followers, dude, and you saw I got 18 comments a post, and when I shared your shit, nothing happened. What if I dropped this episode, no one says a shit fucking word to you?
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah. Oh, top podcast, and then nobody says anything. Like, that's what happens when you buy fake followers.
Well, I think with Instagram nowadays, like you literally have to pay to play. Like they almost make you pay to play to compete with everyone else because it's so massive. And you can pay to play with engagement too.
Some of those promotions are a little more legit. Some of them.
Yeah. Well, they have all kinds.
I don't know if they're called shout outs or whatever.
Shout out. Yeah. Celebrity shout outs.
But it's the ones
campaign.
I'm talking about where like a celebrity comes out and says, you go follow these 20 people and we'll give you a luggage set or whatever. And then everybody goes and follows you and then they unfollow you, or worse, they don't say shit when you post, and that hurts your engagement.
Absolutely.
So dude, it dicks you at the end.
It hurts your engagement, but so many people have found out about me since I started growing my thing. Like,
well, it's probably growing naturally now.
Of course, but I think it helps so much that I still have the credibility because of the social, the what?
The initial followers.
Exactly.
That you hustled.
If I stayed at 1,500, no one would have freaking. You've been doing shit for what, 20 years with at least some of your businesses. So you have a ton of credibility. For me, coming out of a shit job, alcoholic, like who the hell is going to listen to me? I had to do something.
Yeah. Hey, well, if it worked, that's what counts.
It worked.
But when people ask me, do you think I should do those promotions? My answer is always no.
For sure.
But maybe I'm a purist. Who knows?
Yeah.
Don't listen to me.
You could be.
I only have 300 some on Instagram.
I mean, your engagement's amazing, and look what happened to your YouTube from it. Like, you're blowing up.
Yeah, and I haven't even started. But
exactly.
My TikTok, I started that like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Went to 300,000. Then all my videos disappeared, which was crazy.
That's weird.
Nobody on TikTok could figure it out. So I just told my buddy, I'll start another one. Mm-hmm. And I posted it like two weeks ago.
Yeah.
With 0 followers.
How many?
Right now, let's see. Let's have a look, see. And this is like in 2 weeks. It is up to, and this is like no promotion, no nothing. Are there promotions on TikTok?
There is. They do have giveaways on TikTok, but I've
171.8.
Wow.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, I got 6 million on TikTok on one of my Dubai videos, and that blew me up to like 28,000 organic.
How many you have now?
Like 42,000.
Yeah, all organic.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it that way.
Yeah.
Don't you think now you just stay organic?
On that platform. But
why that one?
Because like I already did it. I blew up. I hit the algorithm. So I'm set now. All my videos get like 20 to 100K. So it's just like, once you hit it on any of these platforms, you're good. With Instagram, it's like you got to be famous to hit it.
Really?
That's how I feel. Yeah.
Pull up my Instagram. Like, I'm not famous, but it's.
You're famous organic. Like you're at what, 200 something.
Better check again.
Real Bradley. Yeah, so you're at 379. Exactly.
I was 200 like.
So like if you hit 1 million organic on Instagram, like you're already so well known because your podcast too. Like I think podcast is the most valuable, and that just floods everything.
Do you have a podcast?
I do.
What is it called?
The Colin Yurcisin Show.
So you guys better go check out that podcast as well.
Yes.
What do you talk about on it?
Bitcoin, entrepreneurs, and just like interesting people that I really, click with, that I just asked, yo, you want to come on? Like
everybody should start a podcast that's interested in getting attention.
100%.
Because those things can go viral.
Yeah. Fast too.
I just got 2 microphones and said, I'm going to start a podcast because I had all these people coming in here filming shit. And so I thought, why not just talk with them while they're in here? And bang, shot up to like top 10 in the whole freaking world.
Yeah.
And by the way, I had a bunch of people hit me up on this podcast from India saying, I'll get you I'll get you up there in the ranks. No dice.
Oh, like to help you get, like just to move you up?
Just the fake shit.
Yeah.
Well, number one, if I'm called the real Bradley, I don't want to be accused of being fake at all. Number one. Number
That's
two,
true.
A buddy of mine did it, started a podcast, paid a dude, shot up in the top 10, and then disappeared and never could get ranked again.
Wow.
Like Apple suspended him, or they didn't suspend him. He could still upload, but we've never seen his podcast ever again.
Wow.
And they said it's Apple saying that's not real, that's fake.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't do that to your podcast.
No, I won't. Okay, yeah. The only thing I've ever done it for is Instagram. But
how many
else.
You got on there?
Like 600,000.
And how many were bought? All of them?
No, I mean, I do celebrity giveaways. So like, they're real followers from other countries.
How much does that cost you?
I mean, I know people because I've been doing it for 2 years, so very cheap. Yeah.
So do you offer that service now still?
Yeah, in my new program, Leverage Lifestyle.
So you'll still do it?
Yeah, I help people do it. I know you don't like that, but
I just wouldn't do it.
I think for people that have not been in business or don't have a platform or don't have any credibility from podcasts and they want to start off in their industry and have a stage, they need to do it.
A little one.
10K.
Okay, I'll agree.
Get to 10K.
I'll agree with a little one.
Okay, fine.
You know what I think they should do? They should freaking learn how you produce your content. And post consistently.
We do that too in Leverage Lifestyle.
And then just wait in time. Because that whole Leverage Lifestyle, everybody should be doing. Like especially if they're not making, at least 100 grand. I say 300, but again, I'm a little jaded. But to me, if you're not making 300 grand a year, you're not living. You're surviving. Like 300,000 is where you really start living a little bit.
My goal when I first started was 1,000 a day, 365,000 a year, every day.
That's when you start living a little bit.
Yeah,
and quite frankly, nowadays that's not even much
nothing
anymore.
No.
So anybody in the world that's not making 300 grand should be looking for alternatives.
Leverage Lifestyle, baby.
Yeah. Well, so now you're teaching people basically how to live off a laptop.
Yeah. So it's 5 pillars. So it's personal brand, credit, Bitcoin, passive income, and travel. It's what everyone loves to do. And over the past 2 years, I've figured out how to master each and every one of those things.
Being the automated store?
I mean, yeah, that's part of passive income. So passive income in my program, we teach how to house hack. So how to live for free in a house and have your tenants pay for your mortgage and build your equity and give you cash flow. So that's awesome. That's passive.
Is that like an Airbnb thing?
No, that's just buying a home with like a conventional loan, living in it, getting 3 roommates, and then they're just going to pay your mortgage down and, you have roommates. And then the next one you can move out, live in that one alone, and then your previous one will pay your mortgage on your new one. And then you could just build a $5 to $10 million portfolio in less than 10 years doing that method. 1 house a year.
What about that Airbnb shit? You heard of that? Where you basically
arbitrage?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't have that personally. So I just teach the house hacking method because I think that's the easiest way and to build equity in a physical property right now, especially, with the way everything's going right now with inflation. If you hold investable assets, they're going to appreciate like crazy. So that's part of it. And then the other part in passive income is Walmart automation.
Now that's where someone will hand you X amount of dollars and they just start producing revenue automatically.
So it's digital real estate. So like you're going to have a store that's running for you 24/7, hands free. And we have, our team that's doing everything for you, the product listing, the customer fulfillment. And then you're going to do a profit share with us. So you're going to provide us the capital to do the product spend because we're drop shipping. So you got to buy the products first. Once they've been delivered, you get paid out by Walmart. You pay off
How long?
To get paid out? Every 2 weeks you get paid out. So once you get paid out, you pay off your credit cards, and then whatever's left over is your total profit, but then you split that with us. So we take 35% of the profit, you keep 65%, and that's how we, keep the partnership.
What if someone doesn't pay you?
Then we just stop running their store.
Is a store requiring ongoing shit?
No, I mean, the beginning, what you're doing right now with your store is you just got to have your LLC or EIN, your DUNS number, and then your credit. And then once you submit all that stuff for you, we get you approved as a seller, you're done. You just got to pay off your credit cards.
Yeah, but aren't you guys deciding what to post and
for
sell
us,
every
yeah.
month?
We're working, we have VAs on your store 8 hours a day working.
What are they doing?
So they're finding all of the hottest products with a software we use that helps them analyze everything. So it's like all in real time. They take up, all the competition. They look at everything, and they're going to find, the best SKUs to list, the best products to list on your store. And we go from 0 products to 15 to 20,000 products on your store.
And then how does your store get found amongst all the others?
Well, there's something called the buy box. So Walmart has the buy box, kind of like what Amazon does, where they're going to rotate the top sellers with all the best metrics into that like top slot for the product for the day. So you just get rotated. And once your product hits the buy box, then all the sales start flooding in for whatever that category the product's in. And then there's also something called 2-day ship with Walmart. So after you pass this like test, usually takes for us around 30 to 45 days for our clients. Once you hit the right metrics, you have good tracking order on all of your orders. Like you have good tracking metrics. They're going to approve you to ship products in 2 days. So now you can start really scaling. And that's when you see your sales really start boosting up.
Now, if someone were to focus on managing their own store and like say, okay, thanks, Colin, appreciate you setting it up for me, I'll take it from here. What type of shit would they have to do?
Yeah, I mean, you can opt out of our contract and you could, figure out how to do it on your own. If you want to list products all day and, do customer service and put in orders, sure. But
why wouldn't anyone just let y'all do it? Because it's, to me, like I gave you some money and the money will just pour in.
Exactly.
Automatically.
Yep.
What if you get hit by a car?
I got 2 partners that will keep running the business.
But it's my store, isn't it?
Yeah. So you own everything. So we're just the service provider running your store. So,
so worst case scenario, you get hit by a car. Still my store.
You got the store.
It's just going to be grow stale.
You need to find some management for the store now. Yeah.
Can people find that shit on YouTube?
Yeah. You can look. I come up if you type in Walmart automation. I'll be like one of the 5th videos or something. Talking about it.
And you're showing people how to do it?
Yeah, so it's like a 20-minute video. You can click on the link too and check it out. And it's just me explaining the entire process, what you need to get set up, the credit required, how long it takes to ROI, all that stuff.
The COVID bullshit helped you.
Oh my God, yeah.
Because I keep telling everybody, they better get a store. Either do it themselves or call someone like you. Mm-hmm. Because, shit shuts down, shit goes crazy, they're still going to be buying shit online.
Yeah, and Q4 is right around the corner, and that's when everyone makes crazy money.
Christmas?
Yeah, Christmas,
holidays.
Black Friday, Cyber Monday, there's $20 billion spent in those 2 days.
Is my shit going to be up by then?
It's going to be popping. Yeah.
Folks, I already got a store, so I'm testing him for you. Check back with me. But he's already done it for a bunch of people. I already checked into you before I did it.
100%. Yeah. And anyone that does want to, do their due diligence, of course. I respect that. I want you to do your due diligence as I would too. We have clients that you can talk to as well. So like if you want to talk to some happy clients, some even clients that are doing, mediocre, like it doesn't matter. We'll just pick some and send them. You can talk to our current clients.
There's probably a lot of people thinking about this, hearing about this. How do you decipher the real people that really do it and then the ones that'll just snatch your money and run?
Yeah, they're unfortunately, as I got scammed in one of these like 2 years ago, there's a lot of those people. So what I do is I, make everything as authentic and public as possible. Like every single day, Gavin will tell you I'm posting, results of all of our clients. We're constantly giving, metrics out. We're doing interviews with our current clients where we sit down on a 20-minute Zoom. We look into their back office. We look at their sales, their profit margins and everything. So super transparent. That's it.
Yeah, but eventually that's going to make you a shit ton because you're going to have thousands of people eventually.
Yeah.
And you get a little piece from all their stores.
Exactly. I mean, that's really the goal with this whole thing. It's to really have like not just one store for our individual selves. It's to manage hundreds of stores and take, 35% on the back end of all of them.
Why only hundreds?
Thousands.
Well, yeah, this podcast should get you hundreds.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Well, last time I had a dude on here talking about this, he literally sold a shit ton.
Yeah.
He just didn't produce. Apparently.
Yeah, that's definitely not gonna happen.
I did hear that he gave people's money back,
Okay.
but he just failed to deliver, so he hit refund and.
Yeah, there's a lot of those people. I mean, if you don't have your infrastructure set up to scale, then you're going to be overwhelmed, and of course you'll take in the money, but can you fulfill it?
So if somebody gives you chunk of change, let's say 40 G's, $40,000, how long until they like get that back generally?
Yeah, so 6 to 8 months is our average ROI for our clients so far.
So you're getting 100% in 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
In return.
Yeah, on
so
average.
another 6 on average, you get another 100%.
On average. Yeah.
So it's almost 200% annual return.
Yep, as long as you have the credit to scale.
And if you don't, you got a credit course. Show them how to get the credit.
Exactly. That's really the whole path I take everyone on. So like with leverage.
It's the path you took.
Yeah, it's literally the path I took, from the bottom, credit repair, then building up, doing my first sequence, getting 7 cards. Holy shit. Business credit, 0% money for 12 months. I can buy an e-commerce store.
I want that.
Yeah.
Like I always tell people, dude, I will sign my name for billions if you'll give it to me.
100%. I mean, 0% money. That's all we do. You don't have.
Can you show me though? Because we have huge revenue.
Yeah.
Great credit. But,
absolutely.
But like,
so
I don't know where to go get free money.
You got Bank of America. You should be walking in there next time you go send a wire and ask for a 0% credit card. You can get
they gave
50 to 100K at 0% for 12 months.
They gave me one for $250.
$250. Beautiful.
Yeah, but that's business.
So
you got to pay that off. It's not a where you can make minimum payments.
It's not a credit card. You need to get the credit card, the Business Advantage card with Bank of America.
Is that only B of A?
They have them for every bank. My favorite is Chase. So I'll give you guys a little sauce right now. So if you have 3 to 5 personal credit cards with at least 2 of them with a 10K limit or higher, and you have less than 3 inquiries in the last 6 months, all your cards are paid off. So, you have like 1% utilization. Your file's looking good. You got a 750. You can do a business credit sequence. And my absolute favorite is starting with Chase. So you get the Chase Business Inc. Unlimited. That's a 0% for 12 months. And they always give huge limits. So like if you already have accounts with them, you got personal cards, they're going to probably give you, $50,000 to $100,000 right off the bat.
Zero interest
for 12 months. And then that's one inquiry. So you got to count your inquiries because eventually you'll be denied for too many inquiries. Now you move over to Amex. And what's awesome about Amex is Amex actually combines your inquiries. So if you apply for like 4 Amex cards, they'll only pull 1 time on your credit report. But if you already have previous accounts with them in good standing and you've been, doing everything well, they won't even pull your credit at all. So you have 1 inquiry for Chase, you go over to Amex, you get, let's say like the business Amex Platinum, you get some charge cards, which have spending power so you can really scale them up with your business. Then you apply for like the Amex Business Blue Plus and the Amex Business Blue Cash. Those are 0%. So those are also 12 months, 0%. You can get, $50K on both of them. I'm just talking in your situation. Now you'll have either 1 inquiry still if Amex didn't pull, or you'll have 2 total. Then you can move on to like Capital One, Spark, 0%. They're 9 months for 0%. They'll give you another $50K. Now you only have 2 inquiries. Then you can go over to Bank of America and any of these other banks that offer 0% business credit option. And at the end of the day, you can literally in one day, get probably around $300,000 in business credit at 0% just on 1 sequence.
What do you do with that money?
Then you invest that into assets that are going to produce you enough to pay off that card before the 12 months is up. And then the bank just bought you an asset or a digital piece of real estate or real estate that's producing you passive income.
So one thing would be like a store.
Yeah, you can buy a Walmart store on credit at 0%. You make your ROI in 12 months or less, and then you pay the card off, and now the bank bought your asset that's making you $5,000 to $10,000 a month. And then if everyone just does that, I mean, that's what the richest people in the world do. They buy assets like we were talking about earlier. They get a big mansion. They get a couple of them. They buy businesses. They borrow against the businesses. The debt isn't taxed. They keep doing that over and over. They scale the debt up because their assets keep growing, and then they die in debt. And they never pay it off.
And write it all off.
Write off everything. Debt isn't taxed. The real estate that you can write off, depreciation. You just got to learn how to play the game. And that's what I'm trying to do to all of America. And that's what we weren't taught. I went through hell, what America set me up for. I went to college. I got the degree. I got the good job. In that process, lost everything and was at the bottom. And then I had to pick myself up, repair my credit, learn passive income, learn personal development, learn books and self-education, learn how to start businesses. And no one taught me anything. I had to do it all. So why isn't this given to people? Because they want you to fail. That's how they make their money.
How you doing now?
Doing great.
Now I see you jet setting with no Emmy.
Yeah. So
jet setting in the blue waters, eating the fine foods.
Yeah, I mean, now
hitting the CrossFits in tropical lands.
Yeah.
Sweating profusely.
Life is abundant.
You guys are a couple of sweaters, aren't you?
Big sweaters, yep.
Damn. I've never seen the sweat come out of people like you two.
Uh-huh.
Damn.
Every day. Got to get a workout in.
How you do one thing's how you do everything.
Exactly.
So if someone's listening to this, dude, they can straight up borrow the money to get a store, and the store will pay off the credit. Is there ever been a time that those stores didn't pay off?
Yeah, so I mean, we've only been running for a year and 8 months now, so we've never had a deactivation on an account. We've had suspensions, minor suspensions.
What do they get suspended for?
So like, let's say if you're drop shipping a faulty product, something that gets recalled, and you sent 300 of them out, your store is going to get shut down for a little bit while they investigate everything. You make sure that you handled every single client. As soon as you can provide proof of this whole, crazy thing that happened, then they'll let you sell again. But if you get deactivated, that usually happens when you don't set up the store correctly, like in the beginning, what we're doing now. When you're setting up your website, you're getting the DUNS number, all that. People do that sloppily sometimes, and then their store gets deactivated because they don't track their orders, where they're going, the returns, then you're shut down. So we keep all of our tracking ratings at the highest level so that we don't have to worry about that stuff. The only time we have slight suspensions is a product gets recalled. And
a product that someone randomly picked because it was hot and they didn't know it was going to be a shit product.
Exactly. But hey, that happens.
But could it be toilet paper?
I mean, I don't know if toilet paper is getting recalled, but it could be something.
No, but I mean, as far as products that you're putting on your store.
Yeah. I mean, everything, any
Are
household
you allowed
item.
to put your own products on your store?
We don't do that.
It has to be Walmart.
So we're drop shipping from Amazon.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're taking the
Why
products.
is it through Walmart?
We're selling them on Walmart.
You're selling them on Walmart, drop shipping them through Amazon.
We're buying them from Amazon, shipping them to the customer's house. That's it.
But they're buying it from Walmart.
Yeah. That's drop shipping.
Yeah. So customer gets online, goes to walmart.com.
Correct.
Finds a product, and it's somebody like you's middleman in it.
Yep. And guess what happens when you shop on Amazon and you do that? It's coming from Walmart. It's switched.
You see the new thing where the dude's in the store with the scanner scanning items, and then it says what they're selling for?
That's a side hustle now. Like, kids are just going in there with the apps. They're buying stuff at like TJ Maxx or whatever, and then they go home and then they sell it for like 20 more bucks. Do that a couple times, you make $1,000 in a month.
It's easy to make money nowadays if you know what you're doing.
It really is, but you just need to get woke. You need the information.
Well, you got the information.
I got it.
And folks, if you guys are thinking, or have been thinking, I want a store, I would call Colin and get one.
Absolutely.
Because you got the records, you got the testimonials. I did the checking. Leveragedlifestyle.com.
Correct.
And you're going to drop 40 dimes and it's hands off.
Yes.
Unless, of course, you put in the old code BOMBS.
Absolutely.
Or no, go to leveragedlifestyle.com/bombs.
Correct.
And you'll give them 5 G's off.
Yep. 35K.
35K.
If you do that exact order, and we'll get you hooked up.
And it takes how long roughly?
To get set up? If you have everything, your LLC, your DUNS number, your EIN, and your credit ready, we'll have a decision from Walmart within 7 days.
Now, just for the record, folks, I went and formed a new LLC, got a new EIN, got a new DUNS number, all inside of a week.
Easy. Brad just got his EIN number today, and I saw him doing his DUNS number right in front of me about 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, I did it wrong, so they're waiting me wait 7 days. Sometimes they can do it overnight.
Yeah, you can call in and expedite it for like $200.
So anybody out there that's got a little coin, I would highly suggest going to leveragedlifestyle.com/bombs and get a store and enroll in Leverage Lifestyle, which teaches you travel hacks, credit hacks, the Walmart shit,
passive income,
Bitcoin, and
personal brand.
Now, personal brand, if you ask me, is the most valuable one.
100%. That's why it's taught first.
Well, people don't understand the value of a personal brand.
No.
Like, dude, I can swipe up and sell 1,000 of anything.
Yeah.
Because of the personal brand.
100%. You can transition into anything.
But I mean, you'll never be broke with a personal brand, especially if it's a trusted personal brand. Like, people buy my shit because they know I'm not going to tell them anything for money because I already have it from other companies.
Exactly.
I mean, people don't realize, dude, I got this company. Mm-hmm. This does 8 figures, going on 9 figures. Sheesh. If I didn't do anything, this is all I need to do.
Yeah.
I've got RV dealerships.
Yep.
I sell leads. I have a company called saleshammer.io for anybody that's in the insurance space, mortgages, or solar. For now, we're getting ramped up to even do more. Go to saleshammer.io, folks, and I got freaking buyers. Like, why are you going out prospecting when I can send you names of people wanting to buy and they're not just bullshit leads? Plus, I add the training so you know how to close. Plus, we add the tools. Little plug for myself there. Saleshammer.io.
Hell yeah.
And why IO? Well, because if you owe, dude, you need to sell some shit. So it's saleshammer.io. But leveragedlifestyle.com/bombs is the page where you'll get $5,000 off.
Let's go.
And I appreciate giving them $5,000 off.
Absolutely. Anything for your people.
And by the way, I want to know, like, as soon as this drops, like, how many actually do it so I can see if I have any influence.
We'll get Gavin on that for you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep running the episode. I'll even push traffic to it if it like does anything, and you guys freaking throw me some coin.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you guys are going to be making money every month from these people, which again, it's win-win because they just want to get paid.
I mean, we only make money if you make money,
dude. You know Grant Cardone. You know he'll pay you 6%.
I know
a year.
I know. I have some friends that have done it.
Yeah, 6%, dude, versus fucking 100%.
A lot more.
And what if your store just did average? You'd make 100% a year.
Yeah, you'd make you'd at least make your investment back within 6 to 10 months, and then from there, it's
cash flow.
Yeah, it's cash flow. You make $2 to $10K a month.
What if you guys ever get tired of doing it?
I mean, man, I don't see us getting tired of doing it at all. I feel like if anything, we just have to kind of transition with the rules as they kind of change, like how Amazon, now everyone's on Walmart. Then there's going to be Target. There's Facebook Marketplace. Like everything just there's always a next option.
You have your own store?
Yeah, I have my own.
Is it fully optimized?
It's fully optimized. It's not doing that crazy right now because Q4 is really when everything blows up. Like literally clients are making 3 times as much between the months of October and December.
So people better hurry up.
Yeah. I mean, you have 3 months until the time starts where you're making the crazy money.
All right. Forget about the Walmart thing for a minute.
Yeah.
Leveraged lifestyle. What is that?
Yeah. So leveraged lifestyle is basically leveraging the 5 pillars that we've been talking about to live a life of your dreams.
Traveling around, eating good food, sweating.
Pretty much. I mean, owning nothing, controlling everything. Like for the past 2 years, literally, I have not owned shit besides my backpack, my laptop, a little bit of clothes, and I've been literally traveling in luxury everywhere.
Like name some. It's just for the listeners because I follow you, so I see you.
So Bali, that's where I met her right when I quit my job. That's
what were you doing in Bali?
I was backpacking with my mom.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that story's funny if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that one's...
Well, she said she wanted to be on Drop Bombs like a while back.
Yeah,
now she is.
She'll get... Yeah,
for backpacking with her mom.
So yeah, basically, I moved so my apartment lease is up in December of 2019. 2020 hit and everything was finally set up. Credit class started blowing up, started making money. Me and my friend Paulie that I told you about moved to Bali. Our first day there, I was drunk as hell, like celebrating, you know. So I met her, and she was backpacking with her mom, like, you know, had a little cute backpack on, was eating pizza at a pizza shop. And I went up to her and I was like, "You're so beautiful. Like, can I get your number?" And she was like, "No, but I'll give you my Instagram." So I got her Instagram, and then she left the next day and went back to Spain. So I literally ran into her for like 1 millisecond. And for 6 months, I didn't see her at all, but I was watching her stories, and she's like a dancer, TikToks, you know, always dancing. And I was just watching all of it. And, you know, I text her sometimes, like on the DMs. She was kind of interested in like my personal brand stuff, like growing your brand, making money online. So then 6 months passed. We're in Tulum launching Credit Class, like the new course that I came out with. And my friends are having some girls come, and they're like, "Dude, why don't you bring a girl out?" And I'm like, "Guys, there's only one girl I want to bring, and it's that girl I told you about from Bali." And it's during COVID, full pandemic. This is last summer, and she's in Spain. So I was like, fuck it. I DM her. I'm like, "Hey, you ever been to Tulum before?" She's like, "No, what? Like, what is that?" And I'm like, "Hey, this is our house. Like, these are my friends. Like, you should come. I'll fly you out." And she's like in the middle of COVID, like she's not working in Ibiza because her job got canceled because of COVID. So she's doing nothing. So she's like, "Damn, like that sounds awesome." So she asked her mom. Her mom remembers me as the drunk guy at the bar. So she's like, "You're absolutely not going there." She took her passport and she didn't let her go until I got on a FaceTime with her mom with all my friends. And we convinced her that it was like, you know, for content, we're going to take care of them. They have this extra bedroom. So I convinced it. And what?
My mom said, "If you're not going, I'm going." So.
Yeah, so she was sold. I gave her my credit class. She took the course and everything. I was like, fuck yeah. So she came. I flew her and her best friend out. I had to fly her friend or she wouldn't come. So I got him a round trip ticket from Madrid to Tulum. I picked her up, and like on the way there, she's telling her friend, like, she doesn't like me at all. Like, she's just going to go on a cool trip. And she's like, "Yeah, this guy's like, I don't know, he's super drunk when I met him. We're just going to go and have fun." And she's telling her all this stuff. And like the night before, I texted her something stupid too, because I was like so excited. And she gets there, and like I pulled up in the car, and I mean, you could tell this part.
You love me to tell that part.
Yeah, she basically like looked back and told her friend, she's like, "He's mine." Like she was into me all of a sudden, like it just worked, whatever I did. So that night, we go to dinner, and me and her flirting. And I told my friends already, I'm like, "Yo, I'm not making the move on the first night because that's weird. I just flew her all the way from Madrid. What if she doesn't like me? She wants to fly home. Imagine how bad that would be." So she's into me already. And I'm just like, all right, I got to delay it. So we're brushing our teeth in the bathroom on the first night. And what?
I'm going to tell everything or what?
Yeah.
Like everything?
Fuck it. It's funny. So anyway,
Mom might be listening.
yeah, no, it's nothing too crazy. So
What we're getting to.
yeah, so basically we're brushing our teeth, and you know, I should make the move. I want to make the move, but I'm like, "Nah, I'll delay it." So I delayed it, and the next day she's in the pool, and like it's 4th of July, and she's so mad because like I didn't make the move, and she comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, you fucking Americans, you're so slow." And I was like, "What?" And like that whole time I found out that like she was into me the whole time. Then, you know, we hooked up or whatever. And then I flew her friend home, and then I made her stay with me. And since then we've been traveling the world, and yeah.
Oh, how about that? There you go. It's a love story.
That's the love story.
Where's Mom now?
Mom is in Spain.
Where in Spain?
Malaga, the south.
What did you say?
Malaga.
Malaga.
Yeah. South of Spain.
Were you in Ibiza?
So I was working for the Cirque du Soleil in Ibiza.
What were you doing there?
Dancing.
Like a pelican or something weird?
No. So in that show, it was like a mix between the Cirque du Soleil and amazing chefs. So it was a dinner show. They also had dancers.
Ah,
So we were 8 dancers, and we were there every summer.
interesting.
Yeah.
And you speak good English.
Thank you. I learned from you.
She got
a lot.
really good.
Yeah, you just started?
I learned from you a lot, I'm saying. I'm listening to dropping bombs over and over. You know, that helps.
So you know all the cuss words?
Yeah, oh, the what?
Cuss words, curses. Yeah.
From the people who has it to the people who rather read it.
Yeah, she's a #1 fan. I showed her your show because I watched it all the time. And especially when I was like depressed. I mean, you were one of the people I was listening to all the time. And it's crazy because, I mean, now we're here. But I showed it to her, and then she just wouldn't stop. Like every single time I'd look, she'd be watching one of your podcasts. So,
Good. Well, they're meant to help people, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I bring on people like you. There's someone out there right now, dude, in the same situation you were in going, fuck. And this podcast will be what wakes them up.
Exactly.
They'll either reach out to you or they'll start Googling, they'll start learning. Next thing you know, dude, 2 years from now, they're going to say, dude, I was listening to this podcast. It's a story.
Yeah. And then they're on it.
It's
crazy.
And then it just keeps going around and the world becomes a better place. And that's the goal.
Exactly. Drop a bomb for that.
And it's also, I'll go ahead and do that.
For yourself.
I used to put a bomb button over there, but people were getting too
Too much.
Yeah, and I'm like, they're bombing
You
their
can't
own.
let them control the
Not
bomb.
only that, they were bombing their own shit. And I'm like, dude, I decide what the bombs are.
I agree.
And, the key is everyone, feels a little stuck out there in the world.
Yeah.
And because I get a shitload of DMs every day. Give me some advice. And you were asking me who's in my DMs. Well, I am. And I usually get back to most people and they're like, they can't believe it's me. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I ain't Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah. I do the same.
But I'm just sitting there, and I try to help people and tell them and give them, advice. And I'll get hit back. And it's like, people don't realize a little bit of information, dude, can help a lot of people.
So much.
And we think, well, that's common sense. Like, that's just common sense. Well, it's not always.
Yeah, no, I mean, just my Instagram stories alone and like making my YouTube and putting out, I did a story just like what I told you on my YouTube, like my first video, my story. And that has connected with so many people that are depressed, lost right now, broke, addicted, and they're all reaching out to me. And they're like, dude, like, I just want you to know that literally like got me off my feet. And like, I feel okay now because I can connect with you on that level. So like, you'll never know who you're going to impact until you start telling the truth. The truth always wins.
Are you guys just gonna keep traveling the world?
No, I mean, I want to scale these businesses. Like I'm really locked in right now with like health, like my mental, my everything, spiritual. And I've been traveling for 2 years. So I just got a place in Miami. And yeah, I'm planning on building a studio there, YouTube studio, just kind of locking in and just grinding.
Creating a base.
Yeah, but I still I mean, literally, I just bought it and I was just in Tulum and now I'm here and like I still haven't stopped traveling. So it's hard,
You still take vacations.
Yeah.
You're going to have to eventually like go back to Spain.
Yeah, we're going back literally later this month for her sister's wedding. So
But I mean, like they don't let you stay forever here, do they?
Yeah.
How long do you get to stay?
90 days.
And then you got to go back for how long?
Like a day. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You just got to go.
To go to Mexico for 14 days in order to
because of COVID right now.
See, it's one of those stupid rules again.
You got to play the
like
hoops.
you can't, like you have to leave for a day and then come back. Like just fucking let them stay. What do you, if they, a year I get, but a day you're going to bother someone to go all the way back for a day?
Yeah, it's stupid. It sucks.
Are you guys like planning on being married and all that shit or no?
I don't know.
Is it a whirlwind of love or are you guys just having fun?
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, we're just taking it day by day, but I mean, yeah, it's been an incredible.
How old are you, Noemi?
I'm 23.
And how old are you?
25.
So you guys are young bucks.
Yeah.
This is the time to make mistakes. What's the worst that could happen, man?
Yeah. I mean, we'll see.
Well, dude, listen, I appreciate you coming in. I think, there's a lot of people that wish they were in your situation. They're right now getting out of college or even going to college, and they don't need to. Because again, dude, people ask me, should I go in college? I think you should for relationships.
Oh, yeah.
I think when people say, should I go to college? Yeah, go. Like, have fun, meet people. You don't need to go there to be rich. You don't need to go there to freaking make money, but you can go there for experience and have fun. So I say go, but if people are just not into it, they want to quit. There are other ways to make a living, especially nowadays on a laptop. But you got to figure out how to live a leveraged lifestyle.
Exactly. And
no pun intended.
And you can for $97.
$97. That's that. Hey, by the way, folks, this training program he's got that'll teach you all how to do all this stuff. It's going to be a couple $1,000, but like to pre-launch, it's $97.
Exactly.
Period.
And we filmed it with good old Brad Lee here.
That's right.
At
It's on a
Lightspeed.
VT system. But to learn all that shit for $97, dude, it almost sounds fraudulent. It's almost like that doesn't seem right. Well, here's the catch. It's not fully edited and dropped in, and it will be quick. So you got to hurry up, go there, get it for $97 because when it launches, it's either, you know, from $9.97 up.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we figured that why not just break the internet and give all the value for as little as a price as possible for a limited time while it's getting ready pre-sale. But yes, as Brad said, it's going to be $9.97 when it does properly release. So get it today.
So go to leveragelifestyle.com to get that $97 training and community and all the bullshit.
Everything you get.
But go to leveragelifestyle.com/bombs to get your store.
Exactly.
Because you don't get a store signing up for $97.
Hell no.
You learn get told about a store.
Exactly.
And how to leverage a store and how to do a store. But most people are smart enough to, because when you teach people how to do the store, dude, there's a lot of work. It's almost easier just to let you do it.
Yeah, absolutely. But the whole goal is to put you through the system of Leverage Lifestyle to teach you the personal brand. That's what comes first. Then you got to get your credit. Then you got to learn about passive income. Then with that passive income money, you want to put that in Bitcoin because it's truly scarce, so you can protect yourself. And then you can travel the world.
If you so choose. Other than that, you can make money.
Yeah.
You don't even have to quit your job.
No.
You can do this shit from on the side.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, dude, one of these days I'm going to have you guys come back. I know Noemi's going to come back because she's going to be famous or something.
Exactly.
Yeah. She's gonna make something happen where
she's an actress.
And she's an actress.
Yeah, she's got
a dancer.
Yep.
And an MLM superstar. No, not anymore.
She's figuring it out. She's going to acting classes right when we get to Miami. So,
dude, there's nothing wrong with the network marketing or MLM. I'm telling you, I know a lot of people make a lot of money doing it, millions. You just have to stay consistent and build a big team, and you know it's a culture thing.
Yeah.
You know what your body's telling you that you're an artist. Like stop hiding it. Like you know what you need to do. I'm in that moment right now.
Well, I'm sure you guys will figure it out.
Absolutely.
And you got these two with you.
Absolutely. Gavin, my right-hand man.
At least temporarily. Taylor may not be down for all this the way she looks around the room. Like she ain't fully sold yet.
Taylor's been giving you looks all weekend.
Gavin's sold, but Taylor's like, I don't know.
Something's up with this guy.
Folks, listen, share this out if it isn't for you. Could be for other people. Until next time, keep it real.
Dropping bombs with the real Brad Lee. Subscribe now.
It's fine.
What's up with this, man?
Man, you were doing